only on esportbf.com.
All right, guys, so we are back. Sorry about that, but casters, we got to drink, got to rehydrate, and because talking is so strenuous. But
Man, it is.
It can be. People don't really realize that when you're doing this for 6-7 hours at a time, it wears on you. What was the longest cast you ever did?
Probably like a 10-hour, but like not even the entire time was I casting. That was the frustrating part. Like I wouldn't mind doing it the entire time, but it's usually like you get in and then there's like 2 hours of nothing because people are trying to get into servers and the server's wrong and then everyone's trying to get in constantly and I'm just sitting there filling dead air talking about this. I'd probably talk about Lang Kang for like a half hour straight and I'm just like, oh, I'm out of things to talk about. I literally cannot go over this map anymore. I've gone over all the strategies that people use. I've gone over every spawn point I can possibly do. I've talked about every gun combination they can do and I'm just like, I'm out. Throw on that wait screen.
I think the longest cast that I ever did was probably in Gamescom 2015 when we did the small obliteration finals. We were in there for probably about, I'd say probably 10, 11 hours.
Oh,
but
man.
what made it worse was that I was jet lagged because I literally flew in. I flew in like the day before. So I was just, it was so bad, man. I was so tired, so worn out. I was glad Milos was there because if he wasn't there, dude, it would have been just me falling asleep right on my keyboard. I was so down. Like I had probably about 6 Red Bulls, and I don't drink energy drinks. I don't do energy drinks. And I had like 6 Red Bulls in a span of like 4 hours to try and keep myself focused. But, and then, of course, we had to deal with the whole damn sparkling water. What the hell with you Europeans and sparkling water? It's soda water. It's disgusting.
Yeah, not a fan myself either.
I've never understood that. But, I mean, you crack open a bottle, right? And you're just like, man, I'm so thirsty. And you drink it. And you know that feeling when, like, you think you're drinking, I don't know, like, tea and it turns out to be orange juice or, something like that. That's what it was.
You're suddenly betrayed.
You're just like, you want to spit it out, but you're looking at a computer. You're like, oh God, this is horrible. Oh man. Well, I guess while we are waiting for them to get back, because they just need one more player to join on up, we can kind of explain a little bit more about what Scotch was actually talking about previously. So Bravo flag is going to be your very important pivot flag, but up here toward the north, this over here onto Charlie's side, that's where you're going to be seeing a lot of the helicopter play happening, I think, especially on the Chinese side. He's going to be sitting back here, hovering back and forth, making sure that he's dodging rockets. And it's pretty dangerous for the helicopter to leave that area if he's not going to have a whole lot of backup. If the other team has their boat up, I know that they are very vulnerable to TV missiles, especially if they try and do any kind of work over onto Alpha. And then, of course, we see some really good straws on this map. I've seen some amazing straws, actually, on this map where the helicopters are trying to do some low sweeps over there on Alpha, try and clear out some of those buildings, and just get completely obliterated. So we'll see if that's going to be the case.
That's one of those, it's one of those things that I feel like people don't think about when they're going into like a new Battlefield game is like, what are those high skill cap guns or weapons or things that are going to like change the battlefield that a player can just like whip out and be like, all right, this just made this play. That's why I've always loved about Battlefield 4 with the straw. Like, it's this weapon that was nerfed consistently, and yet you still see the top tier players finding uses for it because it can do things that you wouldn't be able to do with a dumb fire rocket. Like, they're able to weave it through buildings and make it land on those targets that just would otherwise be unobtainable. And that's something I find that's just really important for a competitive game to have something like that. And maybe not the straw is maybe not the best example, but I would love, I would hope going into Battlefield 5 we see something, you know, just I don't know what it'll be, but that thing that lets people really shine, right?
Oh, I absolutely agree. I 100% agree with you there on those points. For those of you who played back in BC2, excuse me, the SRA back then, I don't know if it was called the SRA then, but do you remember the montages that were on what was it, heavy metal?
And I love me some Bad Company too.
Oh my God,
Good
like
montages.
it was just or not straw, the tow missiles and stuff like that. It was insane. So yeah, I mean, I absolutely agree with you. I think that the ability to be able to do those high skill cap actions with those particular weapons would be huge, especially in the next Battlefield. I don't know if we're going to be seeing too many things like that, because I mean, this is one of the problems that I have with Battlefield going backwards in time, is that it limits the creativity of the developers, because of they're kind of based in reality of what they have to do.
Right.
Whereas,
Yeah.
and I'm not saying that like Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 3 wasn't based in reality. Ooh, that was a nice little shot there. But you know, you're not restricted completely. Like you can come up with some near future type concepts that are actually kind of legit. Like you could see that actually happening.
Yep.
And so like I think that's why I'm really looking forward to hopefully the next Battlefield game, which will be in a more modern setting, possibly near future, would be my hope. To
But
be able to
man,
do some of
like,
that stuff.
you got to look at like Battlefield 1 and also give them a little bit of credit. Like they found some inventive ways to use like the old technology. Obviously, it was probably never used in the way that they're making it be used. But like, uh, I'm having a hard time bringing up. Well, let's go with like the flare gun, obviously, of the Scout class of Battlefield 1. Like, there's that was not a that's not a thing. Obviously, like it's obvious it's gonna help visual, but to give they found a creative use for it to be able to be more than what it really is. And I could see them doing the same thing for like Battlefield 5, where they find a way. I almost called it Battlefield 2. They're gonna find a way for this old technology to stand out and make it more useful than what it really would be.
Well, I think one of the things that you can do with World War II is like you can do stuff like with the I think it was I think it was 1942. They had like secret weapons of World War II or something like that.
Yeah,
And
you were kind of joking about it earlier,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah, so like if they could do stuff like that, where obviously you're gonna get stuff that's not necessarily period, but you could do it because you know those darn Germans and their crafty scientists. But yeah, there's some cool things. But I just think that you know with the amount of people who are like, we have to have authenticity, grr, and you're like, who cares? It's a video game. But you know, hey, I don't know. I just feel like near future setting would be the best route to go.
The thing I always say, oh yeah, I agree with that too entirely. The thing I always say to the people that are like, "Oh, it needs to be authentic," but I would just say, just this is an alternate version of history, guys. Like, you know, in this version of history, the laws of physics don't apply, so we can have this.
All right, so waiting for the teams to confirm whether they are ready to go or not. Hopefully they are.
Wonder if we're gonna see any vehicle steals next couple days. That stuff is always exciting.
Absolutely. I don't know if we're going to be seeing anything like that.
It's one of those things that you can't predict, obviously, because someone's got to make a blunder, a big blunder, and then have that be able to take advantage of. And what was probably the biggest blunder you've ever caught on while casting?
Biggest blunder while I was casting.
I wouldn't say something that maybe not like it affected their standing or anything, but just like, oh, they lost their little bird. The helicopter jumped out, or the pilot jumped out, and they lost their little bird. Something like that, you know?
That's a tough one because I've seen a lot of people do some really wonky shit. I would say probably one of the weirdest ones that I can remember just off the top of my head is probably on Silk Road. I think it was Illusion or No Mercy. It was one of those two teams, and they had just put down a whole bunch of mines on the very northern flag. What flag was that one? It had like the missile silos and stuff at it, and basically they put down all these mines and everything, and then the guy threw a grenade on accident at the same time that his tank drove up onto it to leave the flag and killed him.
Oh man, that's a feels bad.
Yeah, that's definitely a not good thing. All right, so just waiting in. This is classic 10's Battlefield here, having players dropping in right on the restarts. Can't tell you how
part
many
of the
times,
experience.
How many times this has happened in the past.
This is legitimate, authentic Battlefield experience right here, guys.
It is.
You won't get this anywhere else.
It so is. Oh man. This is why we need to go to LAN. This is why DICE needs to have a 10v10 LAN league.
We've gotten to the point where we've overanalyzed the map, and now we're just sitting here. I don't know about you. Oh, you're not flying around on the camera. I always just fly around in the free cam, doing circles around the map.
Well, I would love to have an event go down. And I mean, I'm not completely knocking all the players because it is rough getting all 10 guys in, 20 people in the same server sometimes.
Oh yeah.
But you know, it's like I went back when I was playing 8v8s and we were getting scrims and matches.
Back in my day.
I don't ever remember it being this hard to get everybody in. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just seeing it through rose-colored glasses or something.
See, I don't know if I want to do a LAN casting. I'd have to put clothes on. Like, guys, right now, I'm really comfortable, okay?
No.
I'm not going to talk about
you just
what I'm wearing, but...
You just have to put a dress shirt and a blazer on. They don't
Never
see
mind
the bottom
other
half.
casters.
No, I did that at one of the casts. I did at a LAN. It was like a LAN or something like that. That's all I did. I put like a polo shirt on, and then
We're getting live call-outs.
yeah, we were getting live call outs.
30 seconds.
So, but anyways, real quick. So I was doing a LAN. I had a polo shirt on, and then I had like gym shorts underneath it. And I was getting compliments by people on from my family. They were like, "Wow, you look so professional and nice." And then I stand up at one part of it, and I'm wearing these gym shorts, and like you just had to be there. It was funny. But anyways, we are going to get started here in just a second. Now I really want to focus in here on this B battle. as Rubicon is going to be from the Russian side. Eternal.
I would actually
Chinese
click
side.
on the flag. I would click on an attack boat. See those opening TV missiles coming
Let's
out.
do it. So Blackhawk, show me some action. As he's going to go ahead and get that TV straight out. Is he going to go for the helicopter? He does, misses it though. And it looks like they are going to go ahead and switch over. Let's see what was it? Male? Is it maledict? Really?
I think it'd be maledict.
Maledict, whatever. But he's going to be back up as well, trying to get some long-range shots. So far, I don't think has the chopper gone down yet. We have both the choppers actually up. So still kind of just swinging through. Both of the boats not as aggressive as I thought they were going to be, but we do see the attack. A Little Bird rather getting a really good mobility hit there onto the boat. He's trying to pick up maybe a few more shots there with his cannons, but he's not going to be able to find any purchase just yet. Boats are still playing very, very passive. As
just want to do a quick shout out to Eternal's Skulls here. He's doing some backcap business over onto the Alpha flag also, so they could potentially get a 3-cap right now.
Well, it does look good because the looks like the helicopter and the boat just went down for Rubicon, as we do see Onion doing some work back and forth. No, the Little Bird is still up for Rubicon. My apologies. He just backed up all the way to spawn, probably to get the repairs going in. But he is definitely hurting, and so he does have to go ahead and back on up. But yeah, we do see a push now coming in here towards the north. Hatchet, though, is going to be able to spot out both of these players. Big spawns, though, going to be coming up, as we do see the LAV now going to be pushing as well. Oh my god, the aggression coming out from a Rubicon right now, as they did lose. And this is what we were talking about before. You know, you lose that Bravo flag, you got to get a second one. There's only 3 flags on this map, and that's exactly what's happening here. Hatchet trying to do some work onto the LAV. He's not going to be able to find too much success there, but we do have Random still onto that Bravo flag, so he might be able to do a little bit of work. But this is interesting. LAV did fall for ESF Eternal. My apologies. So they are not going to have the armored presence on that C flag just yet. Hatchet's still alive though.
Onion, one of those top 5 anime characters in a helicopter, is just going to get onto that Bravo or that Charlie flag and try to pick off some people in there, though.
Top 5 anime characters, huh?
Yep.
Well, we are going to be seeing Onion going back around, dodging a couple of these rockets. Ooh, he's going to be able to find at least one all the way into the backfield. Why the heck is he all the way over here? As, what was it that Widgety Bear used to call hitting people? Bopping? No, boops.
Booping?
Looking for the boops.
Boop 'em.
No boops are going to be coming in for the Little Bird. Oh, but they are going to be. Oh wow, that is a very dead LAV, as both of those players are going to be following right behind it as well. So this is actually looking fairly decent, I would have to say, right now for Eternal. Looks like they are going to be able to get control of that C flag. They're winning the burn so far, but as I say that, now Bravo is going to be flashing.
Something happened down on that Bravo flag. Like this is classic to this map. I'm really pleased that Rubicon is doing exactly what I was saying, where they went and pushed. They lost the Bravo fight, so they went and took Charlie. They lost Charlie, and their vehicles are back up, and they went and took Bravo now. These are some great.
I was going to say Bishop had the straw out. I thought maybe he's going to be able to do some work onto the Little Bird. Not going to be the case though. But I mean, this is what we were talking about too. So look at what Hostum is going to be doing. He's going to go ahead, go all the way up to spawn. He's probably not going to throw out the slam. Oh, he had the wrench out. He didn't have slams. So that was his bad. Hey, you wanted to know what blunders we had? Well, there's a blunder. He was going to put out slams, but it didn't have him equipped. But what you do is you slam that position right there, and it makes it incredibly hard for... Did you see Random? Did you see Random trying to go through the glass wall?
No, okay.
Oh
I was
God.
watching another funny. We had Timic facing off against Captain Obvious with some long-range straws shots. They were taking shots at each other from so far away.
We had Random trying to get through a glass wall and couldn't do it. He was having some issues there. Oh man.
Gosh, I love Battlefield guys.
It's fantastic. So yeah, Onion still going back and forth, not able to get any of the shots there into Charlie. We do see a lot of players going back and forth here inside the C building, or I'm sorry, the B buildings. Not B buildings, C buildings. Not going to be able to find too much purchase there. Onion's still trying to look for these couple of players, but they're in the stairwell, so I don't think really he's going to... Oh, he did find a hit marker.
We're about to see an example of why the Russia side has the advantage here too, as Eternal went and put some backcappers onto that alpha flag, but they're just going to get pressured the entire time by this LAV and probably the little bird too at the same time. Yep, there it comes on in. Probably going to get cleared out here. I don't think they're going to be able to take down that LAV.
Yeah, where's the positioning there of the boat? So we do see the boat right now sitting over here onto Bravo. I wonder if he's going to be having any TV missiles on him. I'd like to see him try and go for a TV on. There we go. TVs are going to be coming out. He is looking for that LAV. He's going to get a nice little side shot on it. Oh, but the APS popped. I don't think it popped in time, though, as the 35 hit did register. So that's definitely going to suck. Still at the same time, though, we're just having no luck whatsoever for Eternal on clearing out this C flag. They are in a position of potentially losing out. Ooh, nice little hit there as the boat is now being pressed.
Oh, wow. Rubicon just smoked that boat.
Where did that come from? Where did those shots come from? Was that an LAV or was that infantry?
That was, I think it was infantry. I think it was the little bird and the boat all at once just converged onto that boat and took it out. It was really well timed.
And now we do have the little bird looking for some possible shots coming in. Oh, but he's getting a lot of damage coming in from the main base. And that's something that we didn't actually clarify. So the little birds, they do have to worry about the base AA. If you are spotted and you get too close, the base AA will push them away. So they need to be careful not to get too aggressive into the actual spawns themselves. But Superstar here, he's hungry. I mean, he wants this. He's going to be able to get a shot off onto the Jeep. And he should be able to kill both of these players here if he has good enough aim. Straw is going to be coming on out. Oh, it does miss. That would have been a really sexy shot had it had been hitting. But not going to be happening there. At the same time, we do see Onion back up. And now he's going to get a little bit of a backside flank here onto the building itself. But, you know, that 3 cap is really taking its toll on this team right now, Scotch.
Yep. Not looking good for Eternal. I gotta say, I don't know who these Rubicon guys are, but they are coming out swinging. They took down Simthic, and now they're taking down Eternal. And Eternal did pretty darn well the last map too. So I'm quite impressed by these guys.
Absolutely. Crane did a really good job getting at least one, trying to push in from the Jeep. And right now, Eternal is just struggling to do anything whatsoever. Prolos is going to be able to pick up at least one inside that C building. Can he pick up a second one? He does! Up top, taking down Bishop, and they are just winning on every front. 219 to 76. And they're just going on and on and on right now. Finally, we see the Straw coming in to be able to take him down, but he's doing a huge amount of damage here to the squad, and C is still not even flashing, which means that the burn is definitely in the favor of Rubicon here as they're winning out on all of these positions. We do see a potential flank coming in from Onion, but Norman's going to try and help out. We do have Onion coming down now here onto Alpha. I don't know. In this situation here, with 48 tickets left to go, what is it that ESF needs to do?
They need to get a coordinated push on that Bravo flag. Alpha's just not, they're not going to find any traction there. They need to get that Bravo flag. They need to take vehicle control back. They proved that they could do it earlier. They just got to put it into action now.
We are going to be seeing Blackhawk now. Oh, he's going to be able to pick up 2 inside that C flag. Or I'm sorry, that was going to be Hostum picking up 2 inside that C flag. So he does clear it out, which means that no burn is going to be happening, but a big burn coming in onto that Alpha flag. And oh my God, the small hip fire will be able to connect and does take him out. Random is now going to be up on top of Alpha as well. It doesn't even matter in this situation, Scotch. I mean, we're talking about 200 tickets to 0. And there's no burn whatsoever on any other part of the map. This is just domination if I ever saw it.
Yeah, I'd like to say that the Russia side advantage, but it's not this large. It's not a 200 ticket advantage. It's at most like a 20 ticket advantage kind of thing that you would see. So, I mean, Eternal is going to have their work cut out for them going into the second half here.
Yeah, and looking at the scoreboard, see, nothing actually in the scoreboard just like really shouts out at you.
Only on esportbf.com.